connecting to you with an Aton 878 through a OpenSpot 4 Pro into my home internet. It works well. I'm real happy with the system, and it's very portable. I have a portable internet source.
Okay, that looks better.
Powers, and I can carry it anywhere. I've used it in Europe, North Alaska. The technology is just amazing, isn't it? Over.
There we go. There we go.
Roger, Ghost, your information. Thank you very much. My home is near Priest and from Seoul. My home is from Seoul. It's 14 kilometers located. Town name is Goyang City. About 1 million people living here. Hi. My home near Priest International Airport. By taxi about 1 hour spent near Priest. Thank you, Ghost. Maybe several times I was contact. I think. Have a nice weekend. Take care. I will catch you again. Alpha 4 Golf Hotel. This is Hotel Lima 2 India Papa Bravo, Seoul, Korea. 73. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, he's cool.
To talk to you, Kim. I look forward to our next meeting. Hotel 73 to Hotel Lima 2, India Papa Bravo from Alpha 4 Golf Hotel.
It'll work. I'm not focusing over here, so yeah, offset it.
Alpha 4 Golf Hotel. This is Zulu Sierra 6 Romeo Fox India. Over.
Yep. Let me see PSK reporter.
This is Alpha 4 Golf Hotel.
Okay, been updated. Okay.
In Southwest Florida. Great to catch up with you again, Dion.
Man, I cannot get Bolivia to save my tickets. Wow, Bolivia is one of those countries I just cannot get a contact.
Evening, Gus, from South Africa. Very, very nice weather. We're sitting at the moment, let me see, 24 degrees centigrade at 11:30 at night. So we can't complain. We've had a lovely day. Went out for a nice pizza this afternoon. So now I'm sitting here in the shack, and it's now time for me to go to bed. It's actually the first time I've had this radio for Gus, but I've never really used it. It's the first time tonight that I really get in on the World Talk group here. And it seems to be working quite well. I must say your station works very, very well here from Florida. I'm about 15 kilometers east of the city of Johannesburg, and in a small town called Alberton. That's where I'm situated. Okay, back to you. AA4 Golf Hotel, Z6 Romeo Fox India. What kind of equipment are you using, Dion? By the way, my name is Gus, Golf Uniform Sierra. I'm using an Aton 878 through an OpenSpot 4 Pro into my home internet, and I'm really happy with how it all works.
Nice. Over. Out of my price range, but OpenSpot is pretty good. They're really good products.
I'm running Anytone, what is it, 9600 or 6900, something like that. It's the Anytone station, and I'm running through a local repeater in Johannesburg that is connected to the internet. So there we go. And I'm still getting used to the DMR now. You know, I'm not very familiar with it. Somebody programmed the radio for me. I'm an old school user, you know, HF and so on. I'm an old school user. So this is all new to me. Working DMR all over the world with the talk groups, I must still understand how all of this works. But nevertheless, that's what I'm using. You won't believe it. I'm in the game of manufacturing antennas. That's what I do for a living. I run a company called Radio Frequency Industry, so you know where the call sign comes from. You're welcome to have a look on the internet what we do. rfind.co.za. rfind.co.za. You can see what we do just out of interest. Back to you there, Gus from Z6 Romeo Fox India.
Let's see what happened to him. Like it's a bottleneck. Nothing happened there. Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo monitoring talk group 91.
Zulu Sierra 6 Romeo Foxtrot India. This is Alpha Alpha 4 Golf Hotel. I think we got stepped down. Are you still there? Gus, go ahead. This is Z6 Romeo Fox India listening. Yeah, somebody keyed up and blanked out my response. I was just saying that with the electronics background, radio ought to be pretty straightforward.
Tango the cat. Hello, Danny. You mean my name is not Jenny? I don't know. You got the wrong forum or something. Name is Danny. Delta Alpha November Yankee.
I'm a novice as far as DMR is concerned. As I said to you, I'm old school. Antennas is my game. That is what. It would look. So antennas is my game. That's what I manufacture.
Tango just rescue stray cats. Okay. That's a nice thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, fortunately, I can't have no cats here. My wife is allergic. My son is allergic. Me, I'm not so much allergic, but I just can't have any. I wish I can. Wish I could have a couple of cats in the house. Keep me company here in the basement. I do have neighbors' cats that come through my backyard. I let them roam around the yard. Of course, they like to chase the mice around. So it's nice to see them in the backyard, and and then we have a couple of strays too. We have quite a few strays. Yeah. Tango the Con. Not many nice people on here as honest as me. Okay. Hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And hello, Theo. Yeah, I wasn't planning to really. I was thinking about coming out today, but I was outside earlier. It was a beautiful day today. It still is a nice day. It's a little windy right now. We're supposed to get rain. So we're supposed to get rain after 7 p.m. more or less. About another couple of hours. Another hour or so, we're supposed to get some rain. So I was out there cleaning the yard. I brought out the chainsaw. I had to cut down a couple of small trees that were next to my garage. They were too close to my garage. They're not that tall. One of them was about 12 feet tall. They're actually small trees, but they're too close to my yard. I mean, they were too close to my garage. So I had to cut them down. So today was the day I went out there with the chainsaw. I cut them all down. I cleaned up that area. It's right outside my house. It's right next to my garage. So there's a couple of trees there. I mean, there's a couple of big trees, and of course that's the city. But the problem with the trees is that I don't know if you ever heard the term suckers. They're basically roots that come out the ground and they become new trees. So I had quite a few of them. So I meant to cut that like the last couple of years, but I kind of put it off. And this time I said I'm gonna be proactive this year. So I finally cut them down. There's about 5 trees that I cut down. So I cut them all down. Yeah, exactly. Tree. Yeah, and those exactly the roots. And it's right next to my garage. And there's a couple of vines that were going up through the brick wall, and I don't want that root penetrating through my wall and just ruin my garage. So it's right next to my house. So I mean, there are a couple of huge trees. They got to be over 100 years old at least, or more. I mean, we're talking about, but those are from those are in the city. The city, city Yonkers maintains that. But the suckers on the ground were coming out and they were leaning toward my house. And even to the point where you could see, like, if I leave it alone, they probably would eventually compromise that side of the garage wall. And I can't have that. So today I cut them down. I cut them down and yeah. And these trees are old. I mean, these trees probably been here. I think that they're definitely over 100 years old. I mean, they're tall. We're talking about 60 feet plus tall, at least 60 feet tall. And as a matter of fact, those trees is the reason why that blocks my television signal. Because I have a few big trees right next to my house, and they're all 60 feet tall. So of course, before it started, they're budding now. But before it really sprouts out, I had to get rid of them today. So I was waiting for a day like today. I was waiting for a day like today to take care of that. So I'm kind of tired, but I'm glad I did it. It felt good to use a chainsaw. I enjoy using a chainsaw. So there was one tree in particular that was pretty big. So that tree, I had to cut the top first. First, I cut a few branches, and then I cut the top first because my wife's car is nearby. I didn't want to cut it from the. I didn't want to cut it from the bottom part, and that tree would have fell over my wife's car. So I had to cut it from the middle first. I went up there and I cut the middle part first, and then I cut the rest of it down. I did a pretty good job. Of course, I wore my safety glasses. I had a hard hat on. Hard. My old Kawasaki hard hat. But I did a good job. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I did good. So I cleaned up that whole corner now, so I'm good. Oh, hello, Tasso. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Yeah, you rescue cats. That's cool. No, that's cool. You rescue cats. That's cool. Yeah. Um, yeah, tree roots are a problem in your property. Yeah, because those trees, those one, two, it's about like 3 big trees next to my house. They're on the city of Yonkers side, but all 3 of them are humongous. They're they're very tall. They're like 60 feet plus tall. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. They're right next to my house. One of them is where I had the infant at. I had the infant up there, but they sprout out like I guess the roots. They sprout out what we call suckers. They call them suckers. And I don't know what the actual proper term is. So those suckers become trees. They literally become trees. And I've been putting on for the last few years, but they got to the point where I could see they were getting really big. And I didn't mind it for the first year or so because they give me a little bit of privacy on that corner because I had some nosy neighbors. But now that's not the case. So I got rid of them. I just got them all, got rid of all of them. All right, let me check my, okay, I'm still transmitting here. Uh, and let me see what else is going on. Yeah, oak trees are old. They're very old. Yeah, and I don't mind that. They do soak up a lot of water because I do have a situation where, but knock on wood, so far this month of March I haven't had much rain, and that too. Yeah, they do soak up a lot of water, and you know, and now I'm sure other ones will sprout out later on, but I got to keep them under control. They just cannot be near my house and you know cause damage to my wall, my brick wall on the garage side. Just can't have that. Uh, and also, I don't want to put any type of herbicide because I don't want to kill the big tree. So I was thinking about when you cut the branch, maybe put some herbicide on it. But I don't mess with that stuff. Uh, you know, like Roundup, I don't mess with that stuff. I don't have that stuff. No. When I moved here like 13 years ago, um, you know, no, not yet. I'm cleaning out the pots. I have some compost in the garbage can. I'm gonna mix that up. No, that's why I'm getting ready now. I'm cleaning up the yard first because since I have a few trees next to my house, I said it the other day. Was it yesterday or the other day? Anyway, when all the leaves come down, I leave them. I leave the leaves on top of my the grass and all that. I don't rake leaves in the fall. I used to do that, but it was a waste of time. So I leave all the leaves there, and basically what the leaves does, it keeps the ground fertile. The grass. I saw a YouTuber a few years back, a long time actually, and he does that. He just doesn't rake the leaves. He leaves them all year round. I mean, all winter, and then in the spring he rakes them up, and that's what I did. I raked them up last week, but I still got to clean up the yard a little bit more. I have some twigs and things like that. I gotta rake it again one more time. The grass is already growing. I already see pockets of grass growing, and then I gotta put another layer of soil on the raised bed. But this time on the raised bed, I'm just gonna have tomatoes and peppers. That's it. That corn experiment didn't do too well. And then I'm gonna plant stuff along the fence. I have a chain link fence. I took down a part of it, the black covering, because it was already torn apart. And so I'm gonna grow some cucumbers there, some green beans, some stuff that could vine on the chain link fence. I'm gonna grow it along the fence and let it spread on the chain link fence. You know, I'll let it spread. I'll let it spread. Let me see where I'm at now. So I'll be planting soon. It's still a little too cold to plant. My wife has a couple of things indoors. We're gonna start planting, but it's still too early to plant outside because it gets below. We have 30-degree weather, so it's too soon to plant stuff outside in terms of like vegetables and things like that. Probably gotta wait a few more weeks. Once the temperature is above about 50 in the evening, then it's safe to start planting stuff outside, like in terms of the vegetable stuff and all, like tomatoes and things like that. Right now, it's still too early because yeah, it was. I mean, today is just one of those days that when the temperature went up, but it's gonna dip back down tomorrow because I'm done. We're done to shut off the furnace for the rest of this. Having the furnace on. Yeah, yeah, Tango. That's what I do. I leave the leaves on the ground. 'Cause I don't live in an HOA spot. Okay, and plus the yard is is my backyard. So it's not. I don't have a front lawn or anything. I don't care about that. I have a backyard only. So the leaves stay there, and they help the soil stay nice and warm for the winter. Uh, They also help with, feeding the soil, like you just said. Keeps it fertile. So when I rake up the soil in the spring, you can see the soil is nice and dark, very fertile, ready to be you just drop some grass seed on it. Uh, I'm probably a little over a month and a half away from mowing it. It's growing now. But you can see grass is starting to grow again. So yeah, I'm getting it ready. So I had to cut down those trees today. It was just plus it was an eyesore in front of my house. It was, people were driving by there and that corner kind of looked at a little. This is DMR, Talk Group 91. Yeah, I'm just listening to DMR, and I'm doing some FTA and 20 meters. Let me check let me see what. Let me check a couple of things. There we are. Of course, I was fascinated by this. I got hurt in Antarctica. Look at that right there. So I got hurt in Antarctica 2 hours ago. Wow. I was like, nice. So Antarctica, this station right here. Hold up. What was that? DP0G. Yeah, I know. That's the second time. First time I got hurt over here somewhere, I remember. So this is the second time. Antarctica. And FTA. And then call sign on that one. It was this station right here. So this station right here, yeah. So this is the station that heard my signal. So S Strom, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ice shelf, Antarctica. It's a picture of this. I guess their station. That's a picture of their station. And then they have a whole bunch of pictures. This is a black and white, and I guess night picture here. And then they have other pictures down here. I have like, of course, the QSL, one of the QSLs. So that's the way the station is. So there's a German Antarctic station. Yeah, German. Because of the call sign, I said, yeah, it got to be German. And then, you see some of the pictures here? QSLs. It's pretty cool, man. It is exciting when when you put up an antenna and you get hurt in Antarctica. It is exciting though. See, so they got all these yeah, beautiful, right? Look at that. Wow. It's pretty cool. So of course they have like this I wonder what they have that like that is like it's above the ground. I guess because of the snow, in case it gets more snow or something. I don't know why they would have that like that, right? Or maybe it's for the wind. Maybe less resistance. Or maybe for the wind, right? Less resistance. Kind of like a streamline thing. As opposed to, I think it's more because of the snow, right? If you have, so much snow, you don't want to cover it. I have no idea. Yeah, because I find that it's elevated. Oh, look, all the vehicles. You see all the vehicles there. Then they have one of the geodesic domes right here. Very cool. You got your penguins right there. You got the penguins hanging out there. Wow. Yeah. So Pretty cool. I was like, wow. Yeah, so right there. Rig ICOM IC 7300. Yeah. A few days ago, I got heard up here, and then now I got heard over here. Arctic Circle up here, the northern. It's pretty cool. It is, you know, it is exciting when you have an antenna. I just threw up that MFED and it's doing good. It's working well. I gotta say, the MFED is pretty good, and that's 64 to 1 onion. I bought that one from Amazon. They're gonna pay like 34.99. 80 feet. It has 80 feet of wire in it. Let me go to order. Let me go to actually, my bad. Let me go to Ballon. Go to Ballon. I pay with Ballon. So this is that's the Ballon that I'm using. So that's the one I'm using. So now it's $32. Wow. And so I paid about I think it was 34.99 or something. I forgot the price. And I got this hooked up to 80 feet of wire. I replaced the other on the one I got destroyed. So I'm impressed with this. I'm impressed with this antenna. It's pretty good. And receiving, this is a pretty good antenna. Pretty good. There you go. And that's the antenna that I'm using for this. And let me read the comments. Hello, Storms, Radio, and Cats. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hello, Elmer Time. Happy Saturday. Yeah, those antenna systems, I heard it. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a DMR. So, of course, I have my hotspot on, and then I just listen in, and if I want to talk, I talk. Right now, I don't, I want, I don't talk much on it. But if I see a call sign that, for example, a country I haven't spoken to yet, then I'll um I'll try to talk to them. You know, because some people here I spoke to a few times, and, but I'm looking for like a new country. Good night, Tango. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and if I have a great week too. Yeah. So yeah, Tio, that's what I'm listening to DMR. So you can when you do DMR, you can connect either to a repeater that has DMR, or you can connect to a hotspot like this one, a hotspot. So I connect to the hotspot, and then this connects to the. I know some people say, "Oh, it's not radio." It is radio. Everything, he's not, you know, HF, of course not HF, but you know, yeah, you got people out there gonna say, well, none of this is even connected to a repeater. They frowned upon that too. Connected to a repeater is not ham radio or whatever. No, it is. Even when you connect to a repeater, you know, because when you connect to a repeater and then the repeater connects to the internet, to DMR, to Talk Group 91 or whatever, digital.
Papa Uniforme 2, Shingu Uniforme Papa. Thank you very much for listening.
I don't listen to those people.
Okay.
To me, everything is amateur radio. Everything here is amateur radio. Whether you're doing HF or this is UHF, DMR. It's still amateur radio. Everything is amateur radio. But you got some people that you just Yeah, exactly. And hello, RRT zero. Exactly, different motion to make a difference. Exactly. Just like when you talk to for example, CW, right? CW. And CW. That's but you got some people thinking that they go on HF and they do single sideband, and that's the only thing that's amateur radio. That's it. No, amateur radio is a lot. I would like to do satellite. At some point I would like to do satellite. So that's amateur radio too. You talk to satellite. Talking to the ISS, right? That's amateur radio too. So is that right? Over. And that's why at first I was like, yeah, I wanted to get my general, but you know what? I'm enjoying. If I would have got my general earlier, I wouldn't have got into. I wouldn't have not discovered. I wish I would not got into DMR. I want to try this. I want to do satellites. I want to do all that stuff. I want to do packet radio. Yeah, packet radio. I want to do that. I want to try that out. I seen packet radio videos. That looks like fun. All right, so yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I look forward to doing that one day. Satellite. To me again in frequency. Yeah, satellite space station work. Yeah, exactly. Delta Uniform 7, Echo Foxtrot X-ray. Thank you very much, Ben. So, Elmer, you have 54 degrees and overcast. Right now over here, what is the weather right now? Well, it's 56 now. It's cloudy. We went up to about 74. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Tango. Ever wonder why all those leaves go in the spring? Yeah. Well, I rake mine, most of them. I just put them in the trash bag and throw it out. I take some of it, I put it in a bin because I'm composting. And then in a few more weeks, whatever leaves are left on the ground that they keep blowing them from the other side of the fence. When I mow the lawn, basically I mulch whatever's there, and then I'll throw those scrappings in the compost. So that's all. I just started composting last year. I tried a few years ago, but it wasn't significant. But this time around, so now it's been since last year I had to have a compost. Basically a 30 what is it, 30 gallon or whatever it is, trash can. I've made a few holes on it and just been throwing. I threw some soil in there. I threw some grass clippings, dry leaves, some ash I threw in there, things like that. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking into that packet radio too. I've been watching videos lately on that.
My name is
It looks kind of interesting. Like set up the BBS or something. And overtime, I did a lot of packet AX25 when I was a technician. Okay. Node hopping was fun, trying to connect as many nodes together as possible to make it all the way around the world. I made as far Greece, and no chain broke somewhere. Okay. I just called something here for our initiative. What, Georgia? Okay. Tbilisi, Georgia. That's the other one before that. Of course, this guy's from Italy. That's the one talking now. It's Italy. So 37 minutes in the books. Thank you for watching. Yes, that's pretty cool. You know, that's their listening station there. I have a focus in there. That's not much bigger.
Thank you very much.
Pretty cool. Excuse me. And I have a website here. Getting all this stuff here. I don't know. You want me to look you up? Let me see. What is it? Let me see. Okay, 7LN. Okay. There you go. Let me 2100. That's your QSL also. This is your picture. Anyway, that's it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I see a lot of books. You have nobody. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I don't use I this is my logbook. That's, that's why I have all this because I don't have a software logbook. I mean, I use the you know grid tracker, and I have a link to all of this stuff. Like I have grid tracker linked to log of the world, this one, right? Log of the world, this one, um, club log, HRD log, and EQSL. I think I named. I think I covered all of them right there. So, so those are my But for example, this one, yeah, I don't do. Well, yeah, I mean when I talk on yeah, if I talk on single sideband, I'll write it down, but then I'll go to QRZ. Excuse me. And the reason why I do that is because once I log them, right? Since I have the this member thing, I pay for a year for this. Uh, I'm able to use this. So if they have me on log of the world and they're not here, I just sync. I'll do this. I'll do the import. Right. So I'm gonna sync it right now, for example. So I go to import and I'll put in the information for the log of the world, and then it syncs. So right now I found one new confirmation for log of the world. Now it's gonna add it because if you do a log, if you get confirmed on log of the world, you get credit here. They So let me see who it's from. Okay, so that's So now I'll it updates. See, so that's it. See the ones with the green circle. Those are log of the world confirmed. See, confirmed by log of the world, and then this one is just confirmed there. But log of the world confirmed, you get the green circle. So they count that. They count it here. But you only could do that if you are you know, paid, premium or whatever, paid member. And I don't mind doing that because I'm trying to you know I'm trying to get badges. I enjoy getting badges. Yeah, it's fun to go for the badges. Um, it makes it interesting. That's all. I don't do contests, and I should be, maybe one day I'll do contests. But I don't do contests because I don't. But I just try to get like for example, I got the X100, right? Excuse me, sorry. The X100, 100 countries, right? Confirmed. I got 50 states, and things like that. And I got the Europe. I'm working on the other ones, and continents of the world. I got that. So, yeah, it's fun, like once you get and I'm talking about people that haven't got their license. Like once you get your license, this like keeps you, If I wasn't going for the stuff, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'd be like, well, that's the beauty of it. I don't have to do paper and pencil. I mean, I if I'm outside and I have to do it out, I'm out there, yeah, I'll do it. But now when I'm in here, no, I don't need paper and pencil. As I do. First I have FTA. And once I do the contact, automatic click, click, and you hear the little chime, and that's it. It's sent here, and it's sent to log of the world. It's sent to, uh, 5 separate. And I always have the, let me go back. I could always, download this to ADI file and back it up, whatever. I have backed up all this stuff. I have redundancy, so I have it backed up here. I'm on Log of the World, so each one of them back each other up. I don't want to. You don't have to have a paper and pencil these days. And I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I'm not a member of the ARRL. I'm not a member of them. I have a Log of the World account, but I'm not a member of no AR. I'm not. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay. You know. And I pay for this because this is like 30 bucks a year or something. But and this is all I need. This is all I need. You know. I don't need the other. Like right now on Log of the World, I probably have a few certificates in there already, but I don't want to pay for the. You got to be a member, and then I don't want that. I don't. Maybe one day I'll do it, but right now I don't really. You know. Maybe one day I don't know. The old picture with my old call sign hat. Yeah. I'm not a member. I was ARL for about 2 or 3 years. Then I dropped it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not no member of ARRL. I'm not a member of that. This is the only thing I paid, and also EQSL. But that's nothing. That's like a few bucks. EQSL.cc I paid. I have a membership that I paid, a year because it's like you get EQSLs from everybody, and I don't really have to, but have you ever looked up radio operators on FCC website? You can find out. Yeah, you can through the through the FRI number. You can find uh, you can find all the other licenses they have or whatever. Or yeah. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. But yeah, I know that. I know I can. But, you know. Oh, Ahmed. Ahmed is on. Let me see Ahmed. Ahmed is on. Ahmed. Where's Ahmed? I forgot where Ahmed is from. Oh, he's from Oman. Okay, we spoke before. Okay, Oman. Yeah. Oman. Yes, Ahmed. I like DMR because for example, someone like me, I'm a technician, so let's say I get on 10, let's say I'm on 10 meters single side by, I could talk to a few people. What happened? Did he say my name or something? I heard something. Did he say Danny Shortwave? Did I heard? Did he say my name? Anyway.
Good afternoon, Southern California.
I'm hearing things. Anyway. I'm hearing things. Anyways, yeah. New Zealand. So I was saying, so I have a technician license. So if I want to talk to people around the world, DMR for me is the way to go. I don't have to worry about
and copy that, Craig.
And of course 10 meters.
Florida, California.
So
Los Angeles, over.
But the problem with 10 meters with a technician, you get a small portion of the band, and it can get a little crowded. So at some point I will get it.
Yeah, beautiful day here in Hamilton, New Zealand. We're just south of the
talking about YouTube channel
largest city in New Zealand, Auckland, in the North Island.
Okay, I gotta check. I gotta look up this guy. Let me look him up. Let me see. Does he have? Oh, sorry, wrong one. Oh, I didn't click on the wrong one.
And my window here, buried under other windows on the laptop.
Okay.
I've actually never built it yet, to be honest. But I've gone to QRP clubs back in the early, like around 2000, when QRP was taken off kind of as an underground thing. And our club had a bunch of different kits that people could build, and it was pretty cool. And it was interesting to see what would happen at the meetings and that. This is probably the whole start in amateur radio. And, something to come back. But making good question. If I haven't got a good answer for that, back to you. Somebody's popping their grade. You want to say hello? For now, 7 threes and you're in New Zealand. Eight-six CWA. 7 3 to New Zealand. I heard that too down here.
Yeah, I know 6 meters also, but 6 meters is rare for me. A couple of times I yes 6 meters. Yeah, I know 6 meters also, but I'm talking about HF. Technically, 6 meters is VHF. So I'm talking about terms of HF. I'm only limited to 10. That's it. No. Yeah. One more time. There's a ton of stuff you can do as a tech. Yeah, and I'm exactly. Then that's what I'm trying to say. That I'm learning all this now. Like this. I'm learning. And I'm having fun with this. So So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. You can do packet stuff with satellite and space. Yeah, exactly. Space station communication. Oh, hello, HFin Canada. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Saturday evening. Because we're approaching the evening now. It's 6:30. Well, yeah, evening. Yeah, it is evening. And hello, November 2, Charlie Oscar Delta. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And good evening. Yeah, 6 meter privileges also. I work 6 meters. FTA, I've done 6 meters. But that's, VHF. Yeah. 6 meters opens up. Yeah, 6 meters. Yeah, 6 meters single sideband has a kick waiting for an opening. Yeah. Yeah, I can do 6. I can do 6, And what else? I know with this radio, they have C4 FM on HF. I can't do that one. The one C4 FM on this. I could do C4 FM on 6 meters. And of course, VHF, UHF, of course. But 6 meters, there is a frequency, and they call it beaconing. And I can do that on HF. Forgot the frequency. It's like 29. Wow, I forgot. Anyway, there's a Facebook group for that. And I didn't know at the time, but I tried it. It was pretty interesting. But then I found out that I can't do that. It's out of the for technician is I'm not supposed to do that. So I didn't know. So but that looks pretty interesting too. C4 FM on HF. So C4 FM basically is like DMR, digital voice mode. So there is a Facebook group that does that. and they announce it. What they do is they announce it on the Facebook group. And then, when I tried it, like I said, I wasn't supposed to do it. I didn't know at the time. I tried it. What it does, it sends out they call it beaconing. It sends out, I think it's every 10 seconds. So like every 10 seconds, it sends out a signal, a beacon or whatever. And if anybody hears your beacon or your signal, their call sign pops up in the window here. Like there's little boxes. And the call sign pops up. And if they have their GPS set up or their coordinates, you can see how many miles away they're at. So when I tried it, it was pretty cool. A couple of people heard me. And then if you're lucky, or if your conditions are really good, you could hit one of those boxes and you could talk to them. So it's digital voice, C4 FM over HF. But I never got to do that. Of course, like I said, I just did that one time. I did it again, and then when I went to the forum, to the Facebook group, I saw somebody did that, and they told them, oh, you're a technician, you're not supposed to. So I looked it up. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that. So I didn't know, but I lesson learned. I know now. So I can't do that. Otherwise, I would be, doing that too. But I can't do that. So I don't want to, and it's on, and it's not FM mode. It's C4 FM on HF. That's what they call it. And also FM. That's another one. So because somebody asked me, why don't you connect, FM, on 10 meters, 29. I said, no, I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to do that one either. Because there is a repeater upstate. It's a very popular repeater upstate New York. And of course I can hear it, but I'm not allowed to talk on that one. Not with a tech license, no. And that one is the 10 meter FM. FM. I know that. I'm not allowed to. I can't do that one either. So that sucks. At some point I have to upgrade. Yeah. Elmer time. I had a 3-element 6-meter Yagi FT920 when I lived in Hayden Island as a technician. Made some great contact. Oh, cool. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there's more people coming in now. Okay, let me we got Australia. Let me see Australia. Let me contact Australia. Let me try to get Australia on FT at on 10. Excuse me. Let me go drink some water. I'll be right back. My throat is like, oh. And my legs are getting stiff now, sitting here. I got my water bottles here. So approaching 1 hour. I have 59 minutes in the books. So I'm trying to keep the YouTube algorithm happy here. I got a whole bunch of subs lately. Last 28 days, I got 100 and I think 103 subs in the last 28 days. So all new subscribers, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Some of them were because of the videos, the update videos that I've been doing of this radio. So thank you for joining this channel. Let me see what this guy has. Oh, Colombia. Okay.
My city is in Cerejo, so it's the
Colombia.
capital of my state, or whatever you say, or you understand.
Oh,
But
that was you.
I
I was
live
wondering. I heard my. I thought I heard my
in
name.
Cerejo for
Oh,
almost
Craig Armstrong. Okay, I was wondering. I did a double. I said it. I said, did somebody say my name?
last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, my friend. Yeah, I was just. I was wondering. I was like, what? Yeah, I got the volume a little low. So Craig Armstrong. Hi, Danny. That was me. Craig. Zulu Lima 2 Charlie Whiskey Alpha. Call you on Talk Group 91. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard my name. I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like, and then I looked up your call sign on YouTube. I thought you had a channel or something. I don't know. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Let me see.
I don't
You have
remember
a chat? You have a channel?
the call
Let
sign
me
of
go
yes,
to
your name.
go to
Say me again.
channel. You
Say
have
me.
a channel? Oh, you have. Anyway. Okay, Craig Armstrong. Okay. I see. Yeah. I'm just monitoring. I just want. I'm trying to talk to like a new country. I come on here, but I don't want to talk
Nils.
to.
Nils.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Excuse me, my friend.
Craig Armstrong. I appreciate it.
But
Thank you very much.
for
I appreciate it.
for contact. Thank you very much, my friend. See you next time. Hotel Kilo One.
Yeah, same here. I love playing radio.
Is my English is not good, man. Thank you for the important, my friend. Seriously. Thank you very much.
I was cleaning the yard today. I'm gonna go up in the roof probably in the next few days when the weather, and I'm gonna put up my 2 meter, 70 centimeter fiberglass whip. Probably in the next few days to a week. I'm gonna put this bad boy up. I need to get the coax. This is the one I'm gonna put up. Fiberglass. Let me go over here for that. Actually, I made a video unboxing of this thing. And of course, I got a little ground plane kit. Somebody left a comment on there saying that this antenna, it was basically unusable for him. I'm aware of that issue. Some people had because this is not a Comet GP whatever. This is AliExpress. Okay, this is like nothing. It's not super pricey. I think that a lot of people said that is not the best. Whatever. I'm gonna roll the dice with it. It looks well built. And of course, I got it with the. I bought the ground plane separately. You see. And of course, gonna try it out. And if it's not that good, then I'll keep it as a receiving antenna. You know, I'll keep it as a receiving antenna. Because I want to connect to a local repeater. Oh, I could connect. I have a magma on the wall I can connect to, but I want to connect it with this one. Because I have a local repeaters here. I have that some that have the, of course, C4 FM. So that's why I want to connect C4 FM. Wires X C4 FM. Of course, I do have a hotspot. I do have another hotspot that I can use. Another hotspot. But I want to connect to repeaters with this guy. Because I have a discone. I already have a discone out there, but a discone, I try using the discone. It doesn't tune well. It's a great listening antenna. Discone is a great listening antenna, but I find it and then my discone has a CB whip on it. So I tried it on CB. I tried it with a CB radio. It's not that good. SWR was a bit high, and then not this radio, but I'm thinking what was it? Oh, the Yaesu, the FT818 MD. VHF, UHF. I tried on that one, and that thing SWR was through the roof. I said, nah, I can't do it. So I ain't even gonna, take a chance on this one. So I said, nah. So that's why I bought this one. Now, if this one doesn't work, of course, if this one doesn't, work, then I'll break the bank, and I'll get a comment. I'll get a comment. Whatever. I don't know, whatever GP, whatever. I'll break the bank after that. But I want to try this first. I want to try this fiberglass. And the maker of this one's called HYS. See, HYS. Oh, sorry. Let me turn on this light over here. Sorry. H1. Let's see. We can see right there. See? I'll put it right there.
Hello.
HYS.
Italy, Uniforma 3, Uniforma no.
Okay. So I'm gonna try this one first, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it was only like under $30. It was like 20 something dollars. And then with the ground plane kit and all that, then I'll break the bank and get a comment. Comment. I don't know, GP, whatever GP. I don't know. Yeah, I'll break the bank. I just didn't want to break I really didn't want to break the bank for a VHF UHF antenna. But if I have to, I will. But I'm gonna try this one first.
Very good.
And if this one doesn't, if the SWR is too high in this one and whatever, I'll use it as a receive antenna, and I'll probably use this one for my, whatever. I'll think of something. Because I want to set up an ADSB. I also want to do an ADSB little setup with one of my older SDRs, just for tracking planes and all that.
Okay.
So maybe I'll dedicate something like this. Like you said, plane radio. Right? Just another antenna in the another antenna in the antenna farm. That's all. So if it don't work for one thing, I'll use it for another. Yeah. Thank you, Theo. Thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. So 1 hour, 7 minutes in. Yeah. So like I said, the antenna will work. Then I'll get a GP, whatever. I don't know. What is it? They have different ones. They have the GP. I think I see like a GP6, a GP9. I don't know. I'll get something. For the VHF UHF. Right now for this one, I tried a couple of. Right now I have this one with a mag mount. For VHF UHF, I have a CV mag mount on the window right there. It works okay. With my local repeater here, a 2-meter repeater. I can connect. Even though the mag mount's right there in the window in the basement, I can still connect to the repeater. The repeater is a little over 1.5 miles away. I connect fine on that, but I want to use something else. So I have a mag mount there, and then before that, I had bought this one. But this one, junk, disappointing. The little stubby one. This is stubby. See the stubby? It's magnetic. See, stubby. But this one, not good. But I'll keep it for receiving. So you see, it comes with the coax. I bought this from AliExpress. So this is a dual band. 136 to 174, 400 to 470. You can use it for GMRS or something. Maybe I'll use this one for my little GMRS. For this guy, because I'm gonna set this one for GMRS. GMRS. There's a mod that you just gotta reboot it and you hold the button and you could turn this. I don't need a two. I have the 2 meter, 70 centimeter here. But this one also has a mod that when you reboot it, if you press one of these buttons while you reboot it, while you power it up, you can switch this to GMRS. So and this is the QYT KT 80900D. So I can use this one for GMRS because I have a GMRS call sign. And I can use this antenna, something like this, Another little setup, you know what I'm saying? Playing radio, right? You gotta have fun, man. Put this guy to work. I'll leave it on, just monitor the GMRS on it with the stubby. Maybe I'll put the stubby on the roof with extension or something. I'll think of something. I'll come up with something. Yeah. Okay, put it right there. Okay, magnet. Okay, there you go. I'll keep it right there. There you go. I turn that off. You know what? Leave it on. All right, leave it on. Yeah. And what else is going on? And I said the other day that Ratel about the RT860. So they just sent me an email a couple of days ago saying that they're gonna when it's available they're gonna send me that radio. Because they reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in reviewing a radio. I said, yeah, I want to review that one, the RT860. I don't know, maybe I'll tune a little. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. And because the reason why I'm on it because I'm trying to the reason why I'm on it because I'm trying to get YouTube algorithm to keep recommending my videos. That's why I'm trying to post. I'm trying to post daily if I can. It's not, So, the fan kicked in. Fan. It's the first time I heard the fan kick in a while. Okay, you know what I'm gonna use. Look at that. So yeah. And I want to try another radio. Shortwave DX. But I'm thinking about bringing the MFJT86 loop into the boiler room. I'm not using it right here. I have it right here, the MFJT86. But I need to redirect that to the boiler room. I have the cable right here. It's right here. I have the box right here. I've been a little. I need to start cleaning up the boiler room. I want to have a couple of radios in there. I enjoy it. I enjoy the late night medium wave DX there. I do enjoy it though. Like I'll stay up. What I do is I take a nap and then I wake up around a couple of times I came on after midnight. Right after midnight, I'll be on for a couple of hours. So. Oh, hello, Luna Loud, Poppy, Prescott, Gregory Godoy. FTA is fine. I'm doing FTA. It's fine. Let me see. It's kind of dwindling down now. So yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see. Hawaii. Oh, no, I'm still getting out there. Okay, I'm still getting out there. Brazil. Yeah, still getting out there. Is yet Russia? Okay. Let me zoom a little bit more. There you go. it's still getting out there. Still, I mean, still, I see a few Japanese on now here. Australia. Yeah, I got a few people. I'm trying to be on for another hour, and then we'll see. Yeah, and plus, Theo, like the other thing is, for example, the other night, I was with the kiddos and I tried to do medium wave. I was gonna do medium wave live, DX, but conditions weren't that good. I don't know. It just well suddenly it wasn't that good. So I was like, okay, forget it. I don't want to. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe not, I don't know. Cause tomorrow I'm gonna try to be on for the Anthony Cumia show. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow Anthony Cumia show. And then and the reason why I'm doing that is because some people like that video. They like that stream. My last two Anthony Cumia, not two, three. The last three Anthony Cumia, all the they got pretty good views. 100, 200 views and whatever. I think the first one got 400 views. Usually like in a day or two, and then it dies down. So people like it, and I look at my analytics. People searching for why I got 197, 127. What's going on with that? So I say, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with it. People like it. And the last one, I had I think I had as much as 17 people watching. It was like 17 or something. Say 15 to 17 people. I was like, okay. So tomorrow night I'll do it again. I probably go back to the radio I'm gonna have here, the radio. But that one sounded the best. That one seems to sound the best. When I heard the replay, when I watched the replay, it did sound the best out of all of them. Or maybe hook this one up with a speaker. But I rather rotate the radios, the portable radios. Or the boombox. Put the boombox here. Because I get a few searches for that. My my YouTube analytics. People search for Anthony Cumia, Anthony Cumia show, Opie and Anthony. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna keep. I'll keep live streaming that too. Plus, like I said, it keeps me live streaming every day or every other day or whatever. Because there's gonna be a point where I am gonna take a break for at least a couple of weeks. Especially when in another couple of weeks or so, my son is gonna go on vacation. We might go somewhere. So that's when I'll take my break, about a week or so, or something. I would love to do this every day, but things come up, things come up. But I don't mind coming here for the, the reason why I like doing this way because I don't gotta be showing my face all the time. Not that I have a face for radio. Well, I probably have a face for radio more. I don't mind doing this. Yeah. It seems to work out better. Sometimes you gotta go with what works. That's the other thing. You go with what works, and that's it. Because I'm not trying to be another channel or whatever. I'm my own channel. And there's other channels out there, and kudos to them, and they have great channels. They all got great channels. But my channel, is still, I'm having fun with it. You know. Thank you. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. You know. Uh, I'm humbled by that. I'm humbled by that. 8 years ago I started this channel. And I went over 710,000 views now. One day I'm gonna get 1 million views, and I have 5,000 subs, 5,100 something. On day one, if I would have thought that this was gonna happen, I would have said you're nuts. Then I would get 5,000 subscribers, and people watch my live stream, and people like my channel. I'm like, wow. This channel grew. When I started this channel, I only had one radio. And I still have that radio. It's the Grundig Satellite 750. I still have that radio. That's my first radio. Shortwave, my first shortwave radio. And then of course, bought other radios and got my license. And then I bought my wife bought the G90. And then I had this one. Your moderation is very, very good. Your moderation. So. Yeah. 74-year-old light station. Nice to you, my friend. If you need we are. Luna, I like FTA. I have several decoders for my Texan PL330. Oh, cool. Before I got my license, I used to decode with this one, with my SDR. This was my when I used to decode. When I was listening, I was using this one. And then I decided to get my license. Okay, my friend Randall. So. Because you can use WSJTX and just put it in shortwave mode. Beautiful weekend. 73. All right, you go to file. Let me see. Where is that? No, view. Yeah, you go to WSJTX. You go to view, and then you go to SWL mode, and it changes this to because right now you got all these fields here that you can transmit. Let me show you. Okay. So you see, so you put SWL mode, it changes it. It changes it to this. And just listening. But since I'm an operator, what is it? Active station. No, what the? Sorry. Okay, let me do something here first. Let me change it back. I forgot to change it back. Yeah. We gotta change it back. Is it oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna exit and then start it up again. Let me exit. I forgot. Anyway, so that's what you do. But I used to leave it like that. You know, I just didn't. Of course, when I used to leave it like that, and of course, you know, just listening, and then of course I would use this. I would use this too. But you see what it says sent by? I would just put receive there. And then the call sign says you don't have a call sign. I will put my shortwave listening call sign. And then it will monitor only what you hear. And that's it. And that's how that will do that. So let me do something here. I'm gonna exit for a minute. All right. I'm gonna close this. Oh, I know what you do. You want to check? Okay, there you go. All right, that's what it was. You want to check SW? Okay, that's what you do. My bad, I forgot. It's been so long since I've done that, I forgot. Okay, now I'm good. All right. So let me check this box. Let me erase this actually. I don't need that. And then what else? I don't need to do that, but I just want to do it anyway. And then I'll enable. There you go. Okay. I just had to check it off. All right, there we go. My bad. Yeah. So. Okay. Craig Armstrong, I just ordered the SI 4732 mini radio you reviewed on your channel. All right. Where is it? That's right here. Yeah. So I did two firmware upgrades on it. So the latest one, well, it's not the latest one. It's just a different one. Is the version 1.08. That one you got to go to the Facebook group. I made that video on that one. And that one, you go to Facebook, you get the link, and then what it does, it adds the color screens. You know. Well, that one adds the color screens. But if you don't want that, if you don't care about the color screens, then the first video that I made of the update, that one you can go up to version 1.1.01, and that one will work fine too. But when you get this radio, the default one that's in here, you're gonna want to upgrade. Yeah, but when you receive it, the one that comes with a default, you're gonna want to update it because it's unusable. It's unusable. It times out too fast. Like for example, I'll show you. It's not gonna happen here, but I'll show you. When you press this button, you try to go to the menu. Not even like almost a second, like a second, it disappears. The menu's gone. See how long the menu's been on? It's a few seconds, right? This guy said, "What shall I play, Mr. Diaz?" First of all, my name's Joey. Now the menu went away. The default one is like 1 second. Literally like 1 second. like 1 second, and the menu disappears. So you can't really use it. You can't. And it has that double click thing, which I hate. The double click thing, because it only because the first menu only shows the band, and then if you want to go to the second menu, you got to do that double click, and that's horrible. It's horrible. So these updates fix all that. Now you can use the radio and have fun with it. So just remember that when you get it, when you get it, just play around with it for a little few minutes, but you're gonna be frustrated right away. You're gonna have to update. So then you update whichever update you want to do. You did. So I already updated this a few times. But yeah, you're gonna want to update it. You don't want to keep the default menu system because it's horrible. It's horrible. So you do want to update it, and then you're gonna have fun with it. There's a whole bunch of mods on it. There's a 3D printed case for that radio. There's a little 3D printed case you can put on there because this radio, the speaker's in the back. It's a little tiny speaker. Can't really see it. Go right here, you can see it, right? Let me see it. Put it in the light. Can you kind of see it? See the little tiny speaker? So right there's a little tiny speaker. It sounds okay. It's not bad. Little tiny speaker. Of course, another issue with this radio that you're not gonna like is gonna be this audio, the audio connector, the audio. Lighting is horrible right now. Anyway, the audio is very, very low. It's horrible. So you're gonna need somebody connected to a Bluetooth. Somebody connected this to a Bluetooth thing and connected to a Bluetooth speaker. That'll work too. You're gonna need an amplified speaker if you want to hear through this. But if you put regular earbuds on this, it's gonna sound very low. It's not good. So for this, you're gonna need an amplified speaker. If you want to put it on a okay, it has to be amplified, like computer speakers, or I see somebody hook this up to a Bluetooth. They put a Bluetooth transmitter here, and then they hooked it to a Bluetooth speaker. I see, and yeah, you go to that. There's a Facebook group for all this, by the way. So if you go to my review video, the last one, not my review, excuse me, not my review. The last, the video that I did, the update for the color screens. The link to the Facebook group is in there. You go to that Facebook group. They have a lot of stuff in that Facebook group too. And it's a public group. You don't have to, you don't have to answer questions on it. Just invite, and join, and that's it. You'll get accepted. Matter of fact, I'll put the link to the Facebook group. Let me put a link to the Facebook group. I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? Let me see. Let me go to the Facebook group. Let me go to let me go here. Let me click on the. Okay, here we go. So right now they have 176 members. Yeah. No problem. You're welcome. Anyway, this is a Facebook group. That's a Facebook group. They're pretty cool in there. I'm a member of the group too. My video's in there too, by the way. My video's in there. But the zip file for that one is in there in the Facebook group. Anyways, it's all in my video. So, but you definitely you're gonna want to update it because the default menu system on this thing is unusable. You're not gonna be able to use it. It's just you're gonna navigate on it, but you're gonna be frustrated. And they added so many things on this now. Now the updates are so much better. Like I'll give you an example about the updates. All right. I'll give you an example by the other. Let me sit over here a little bit. Let me move my chair. I'm gonna lower this down. For example, one of the features I like is the let me see. Can I put it? Can I put? I know it's not the best focus right now. I'm sorry, but when you change bands, for example, right? Like right now, this is AM mode. Let me see if I can focus it on. Hard to distinct the focus. It's trying to focus, but my hands are moving. That's why I know it's. Anyway, when you switch bands, for example, if I switch to like the 20-meter band, you see, it automatically puts it automatically changes the mode. So, for example, this is 80 meters. Excuse me, 80-meter band. It automatically puts lower sideband for you. You don't have to manually put. You don't manually have to put the modes, change them all. It automatically, depending on the band you're in, it automatically, and that's something that you when you update, you're gonna get that. The default one, you can't do that. You gotta put the mode in there. So you're gonna have to go back in the menu, put the mode. It's just tedious. This one updates, it does it automatically. So now if I go to, for example, I'm on 80 meters, right? So if I go to shortwave shortwave band, right? Whichever one, it goes back to AM mode. Okay, see AM mode? But now you can see it, see? So if I go back to, if I go to 40 meters, you see? Automatically it puts the lower sideband. I like that feature. And that way, it takes away, the default one don't do that. You got to go, for the default one, you got to change the band. Then you're going to have to go back in the menu and change the mode. And this one doesn't do that. It automatically puts the mode for you. All right. And again, band. Let's go to, and of course, these are all AM mode. We go to 20 meters. Now it goes to upper sideband, you see? Upper sideband. Okay. I like that feature. It's pretty cool. Also, the default one has seek up and seek down. This one, it doesn't have it on the menu, right? The seek. Right, the seek. So the way they handle that is you got to press it and hold it. Push down. If you want to search up, you got to push down, push the button down, and then press up. Hold on. Takes a little practice. Well, it doesn't work with single side, but I should do an AM mode. I'm sorry. Let me try another band. Let me try this band. Okay. So if I press down and see, okay, I gotta press down and go up. See, and it searches up or seeks up, seeks down. You gotta use the knob. He's not on the menu like seek up. I like that feature too, by the way. That's another thing they added. All right. See, so it's just gonna keep scanning until it finds a signal. Okay. I like that feature. Pretty cool. So this is version 1.08, and that's the one that's in the Facebook group for this one. And this one you can change the colors. So we go to let me go back to the medium wave. Let me go back to medium wave. I'm gonna go back to medium wave. Let me go back to medium wave. Actually, I don't want to get hit with a copyright. I'll put it on. I'll leave it on sports. So if you want to change the colors, you can go to settings. Then you got the theme, and now you can change different colors. You got the orange. We got the night one. We got the phosphor. This is the default one. You got the blue sky. All right. Then you got the e-ink, and then you got the pager. That's the one I'm using, pager. Okay. So I like that. I like that you can change the colors on it. I like that too. All right. But I definitely like that seek up, seek down. It was on the menu and they got rid of it. They got rid of it from the menu, and now you have to press and hold the button and go up and go down and automatically searches. So I'm gonna try with the medium one. See, I'm gonna press down and go up. See, it's gonna search. Okay, it finds a signal. Of course, right now I'm indoors, not the best. Yeah. Now, if I want to go back down, you press. All right, press. All right, press and down. All right, press. All right, hold on. There you go. It takes a little practice, but all right. Yeah. Oh no, you cannot do airband with this one because of the chip. There is a mod, but you need the up converter. You need a hardware. It's a hardware mod. It's not worth it. Somebody they were asking about that in the Facebook group. The developers somebody is a software mod, but you need an up converter. It goes in between. It's connected to up converter and then a hardware up converter. Then the antenna is hooked up to the up converter. So oh, you mean aviation? Yeah. You can do utilities on this because you got single sideband. You can HF. You can do. Yeah, it's. I'm talking about. I thought you meant the airband, VHF. No, you could do utilities on this. Right now, I'm indoors. Like right now, if I want to listen to Shannon Volnet and all that, right now it's too noisy. This antenna's not gonna cut it. For that, I need to hook this up with an MLA30 or be outside. But in here, HF is not gonna be that good with this antenna. It's not that good in here. But outside, different story. But I hook this up to MLA30, or I have a U loop also. Excuse me. I have a U loop also that I hook this up with, and I can, it sounds pretty good. I can pick up, some of that. All right. So yeah, so you definitely want to upgrade the firmware because the original firmware on this is unusable. You can't. It doesn't work. It's not gonna. Yeah, you definitely gonna want to update it. All right. Let me stand up here for a minute. I gotta stretch. Okay. So I hope I demonstrated that. I hope I demonstrated that to you, Craig Armstrong. Hello to you, Rain 1972. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Saturday evening. And yeah. Go here. Oh, enable. I'm sorry. Oh, what happened? Make contact with me. Let me finish the contact with him. The Dominican Republic. Okay, yeah. Let me finish the contact with him. All right, Dominican Republic. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So you definitely Yeah. So this firmware update, you're gonna get the analog scale again. Like it looks like the default. This is the analog scale. Now the other firmware update, the one that I did the first time, that one's gonna look different. But that one doesn't have the color screen. Okay? That's another one. Because people think they're the same thing. No, they're not. It's two different programmers. One is if you don't care about the color screens, then do the one that I did the original one. But if you want the color screens, then this is the second update video because that's a different source. Because remember, there's multiple people. There's multiple people that are making upgrades for this. Multiple people. So one, it's like three or four different people. Let me show you. If you go to if you go to settings on this one. Oh my God! Okay, it's better if I go up. You go to settings, you go to about. Here's this guy. Ah. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of different guys. So a whole bunch of different programmers. So, because people think that people think that the first firmware upgrade, that one's from GitHub. Okay, that's the one without the color screens. That one's gonna look different, totally different. But this one is not from GitHub. The color screen one, that's not from GitHub. That's from a Facebook group. So they're two different looks. So, like in your case, you ready? If you like the scale, then you're gonna go with the one with the Facebook group, because the GitHub one eliminates that. It puts an S meter down there. Remember the first one I did with the GitHub? That one's gonna put an S meter down here. So if you don't want the S meter down here, you want to keep the original analog scale, then it's gonna be the one from Facebook group with the color screen. That's the one that has the original thing. The GitHub one eliminates that. To be honest, I actually like. I'm gonna be frank with you. I like the Facebook one better. This one. I like it eliminated the seek up, seek down command. It eliminated the seek up, seek down here and put it on the knob. I like that feature. I also like that it automatically changes the mode as you change the band. I like that feature too, and of course the color screens. I mean, yeah, and it has sleep mode. You also got sleep mode. Okay, you could put in sleep mode if you want, So I like that. So I do like the Facebook, and plus there's a lot of things going on with the Facebook group. Right now it's about 176 people in there. When I joined the Facebook, it was like 90. I think I was number 95. So since I posted the video and other people posting videos, it doubled. It's blowing up. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a 3D printing file in there. If you want to have a 3D printed case with this little guy, there's a file in there for that. It's free. It's on the link is to Thingiverse. You just get the file. I don't have a 3D printer. I wish I had one. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get one in the future, and I'll do a 3D printer for that. It's a nice little 3D printed case that it fits. The radio fits right in there, and it kind of redirects the audio from the back to the front. The 3D printing, it has like a grill right here below, and it redirects the audio from here to the front, right here. The 3D printed case. I like that. That looks nice. That's kind of cool looking too. So that it's a nice community. They're always doing something, and So yeah, no, it will do aviation HF. It's general coverage. General coverage. So not only the ham bands, but you go to all. Let me show you. Okay. When you go to band. And here's the 1-2 on the way. Check swing, pitch low and away, did not go. Again on a field to first to Malachi Moore. And it's 2-2 to Altuve.
Now they like his changeup, they like his slider, and Carlos Mendoza told me in the pregame today.
When you go to band,
spots with that 4-seam fastball.
There's one that says all.
Because of it, he's going to face out.
VHF, right? All. You gotta go on all. And when you go to back, you go to all, and then that one you can go into the. Now let me just see. It says all. Anyway, there's gonna be one band that says all. So when you go to that one doesn't skip because you got all, VHF, medium wave 1, medium wave 2, medium wave 3, which is really 160 meter. And then you're going to have shortwave bands and ham bands. So for a utility like that one, you're probably going to use all and you scan. You're going to scan. You're going to scan. You're going to press down, you're going to scan. And that's the only way you, because remember, there's no keypad. That's the only way you can, you know. Because I did a live stream on this in the boiler room, and I was hearing, Shannon Volnett with his radio from Ireland, right? Ireland. I had this hooked up to MLA30, and I was listening to Shannon Volnett. Was it 5450? Right? Upper sideband? 54. I was hearing it with this. It was coming in nice. So, yeah, you can listen to some, utility stations and all that. You can. Thank you for that contact, my friend. Yeah. So yeah, T-Rain 1972. If you like the scale on this, then then the Facebook mod, the version 1.08, the one on Facebook. The one on GitHub is going to eliminate that scale. It's going to replace it with an S meter. So it's going to change the look of it. The original, I made two firmware update videos. The first one was from GitHub. That one is not this one. Okay. That one is a totally different look. Remember, I had that blue bar up here, and they put the S meter here. That's the GitHub. The Facebook group is this one. It looks like the default one. And the S meter is right up here now. It's all the way up here. It's in the corner. The tiny little S meter is right there. I have to focus. Anyway. Let me go back to the medium wave. You can see the S. You can see the S meter right there. It's all. See the S meter? I know focus is horrible right now. Anyway, the S meter's up here. It's all right now. So the GitHub one eliminates the scale down here. So, but my suggestion is because I like the color themes, I do like the fact that you don't have to manually put the mode depending on the band. Like for example, if you go to like the 20 meter band, it's still on AM, and you're gonna have to go back to get the mode and then go in there. This one does it automatically. It'll say, okay, 20 meter band, okay, that's gonna be upper side band. So it automatically changes the mode for you. I like that feature. So the GitHub one doesn't do that, I believe. The GitHub one, I think that one, I could be wrong if I remember. No, I think I have to. You have to manually still change the mode. I have to look at my older live stream when I did this to see if I had to change the mode. But this mod, you don't have to change the mode; it automatically does it. Now, if you go to a frequency where you got to change the mode, you can go back into There's a mode. Let me see. I'll show you. There is a mode option. You can just change the mode. You see? There's band, and then there's mode. So if you for some reason you got to change the mode, it's still there. Okay, it's still there. So if you go to like a frequency, for example, a pirate radio station or something, the mode is still there if you need to manually change it. Okay, it's not gone. So, but I like the fact that it automatically selects the mode for you, and then so there is some improvements on it. So yeah. Let me point this over here for a minute. I wanna look at something. I'm gonna look into something here first. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me see what's going on. This guy. Let me go. Alright. Alright, oh, it's right there. Okay, let's go. Alright. Let's see something. Okay. Alright, I'm good. Okay, we good. We good. Alright. We good there. 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 Like that. Yeah. Let me see. I think I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. There's still people on here. FTA. Wow. 7:35 is still going. Let me see. Oh, but I see it's getting. Yeah. Let me see. I'm just. Let me see where I'm at though. Let me refresh this. Oh, one new alert. Okay, so. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. These guys still on. Let me turn this on again.
Mike, nice to meet you. And I will turn it back to you for one. KC3BTF, K8WGP.
Yes, I think it's my location.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. So I definitely definitely recommend you upgrade it because the default one is. I'm telling you, if it when I got it right away, I was like frustrated.
And I have to look at my log here.
But then as soon as the first update came out, I was so happy. I was like, yeah. And then now this upgrade, the second one, the latest one. Yeah, it's a fun radio. I mean, I took it outside. I got 1040 WHO with this radio, with this antenna.
I haven't done much on the DMR today. I'm kind of quiet there, mostly doing HF.
And the video that I posted, it didn't do much justice because the problem with this radio is that when you put the camera right near it, is maybe my smartphone, it started right away. So even with the even if when I had to turn off the flash, the light, I just had to turn off the light, and it's still. But before I recorded it, it was coming in clear. The audio was clear on this radio. WHO 1040, and it was around. And it was 3 in the morning. I was outside the backyard 3 in the morning, and DX with his antenna and his radio, medium wave DX. Excuse me, WHO. I was pointing it east to west. Boom. I waited. I heard the call sign. I was like, "Wow, pretty cool." But of course, I didn't get it. I didn't get to record the call sign. So I said, "I'm gonna record it anyway. Let me record it before And it was out for a while, And I was hearing the Red Eye Radio. It was Red Eye Radio that was on. So this radio, now of course that same night I put it to 1540. Nothing. It was just too noisy. It was about 1040. I got it. I was like, wow, which is a harder. That's actually a harder catch than 1540. And this radio did it with this antenna, with this BB antenna. Now, of course, I'm gonna get the other one. I am gonna get the other set. This one is the BB antenna, broadband. It stands for broadband antenna. But I'm gonna get the one. I'm gonna get the one with the medium wave one and the shortwave one, and that one has the capacitor thingy. Yeah. Yeah, but that night, because I'm here in Yonkers. I'm probably close. Well, I don't know. But I mean, that night for some reason I didn't get splatter. I didn't get the splatter like So I live a few miles from the 1050, which makes it hard to get 1040 unless 1050. Yeah, well, at that moment I think the splatter just went away for a bit. I don't know what happened, but I was shocked because first I heard audio. I was like, okay, first I was like, is this an image? No, and then I heard radar, I was hearing radar, okay. Then I heard, commercial. I heard Iowa. And then when I heard the call sign, I was like, what? And then I started, it didn't occur to me to record all that because I was like, and then I started recording. But, the problem with a radio like this, obviously it's a 3D printed case, front end, there's no front end on this thing, there's no protection on this thing. You get close with a smartphone, it's just obliterated. So, you could barely hear audio on there, but believe me when I tell you, I of course I know that I was shocked. Um, you know, and I heard 1540 on this one before, but not that night. That night I couldn't get 1540 on this. Um, it was another night that I had this hooked up to the MLA 30. With that one, I heard 1540, of course. But with this antenna, I was surprised. This antenna and this outside, it was a nice sweet spot there. Because my yard too, the problem with my yard is for radio like this, I have to be all the way on the other one side of the yard because the LED street lights are not there. The minute I move this toward closer to my house, 1040, was obliterated. So that one spot by the garage, I have a detached garage next to my house, and I put it on the roof right there because it's like you see my videos where I have the loops there by the garage, and that's where I was at. And I put the radio there, and I boom, got the signal. It was like wow, got the spot. You know, is it gonna be a everyday medium wave DX already? No, but I did pick up 1040, and I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. So I want to take my the TF6686 and put this antenna and do it outside. And I'm waiting for the weather to be more nicer. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna do a couple of nights with just with this antenna and a TF6686 and see what I can do with that one. But this antenna is okay. It's not bad. I you know BB antenna is okay. You know, but I'm definitely gonna get the other two now. The medium wave one. There's a dedicated medium wave one because this one is more broadband. That's why I said BB antenna is a broadband one. But I want to get the medium wave one and then the shortwave one, and they both have a little fine tuning you can do on it. And try those too, because maybe that could have, if I could have fine tuned a little bit, maybe I could have helped out a little more. But it's pretty cool. I was like, wow. That's why I say it's a fun radio. It's a fun radio. I mean, is it going to be your go-to radio? No, it's not going to be my go-to radio. But it's a fun little radio, Up firmware updates on there. They're pushing the, I say pushing the envelope. Was that the what people say, pushing the envelope? So this radio like this, a radio like that is, you know, it's fun. It's a fun. It's another radio that you have fun with, And battery life on there, of course, by default. That's another thing. By default, when you get this radio by default, the brightness is gonna be way too high. So you gotta go to the menu and lower the brightness. I lowered down mine all the way down to 35. The brightness I bring, and the volume by default, you're gonna have to max it out at 63. That's the max. I think 63. So by default, you're gonna have to max the volume. That's what I do. And then the brightness, I bring it all the way down. And I think when you bring down the screen brightness, it extends the battery a little bit more. Because this is an 800 milliamp hour battery. So if you fully charge this battery, you may get about 3 hours of listening. 3 hours or so. Not about 3 hours. I'm gonna say about 3 hours. I know people say up to 10 hours. No, about 3 hours. Now, when I lowered the screen brightness down to the minimum, it did extend. It feels like it extended the battery a little bit. So maybe I get maybe 4 hours or so on, give or take. Okay. And the battery on this is a small. I opened it up. It's a small. It's like a little rectangular battery. It looks like a little pillow, and it's soldered. The wires are soldered. It's not like I know some people talk about, oh, if you could put an 1860 battery. I seen one on Facebook. I think that somebody took it out of here and put it on a bigger case and put 18650 batteries on them. But of course, they had to make a bigger case for this and put it in there. I'm not gonna do all that. That's okay. Because I like the novelty of this because it's tiny. It's like a pack of gum. Like the size of a pack of gum, you know. So that's why I like it. I wouldn't want to. If I want a radio bigger than that, I just get a bigger radio. And I have, what I mean. You know what I'm saying. So yeah. Let me see what's going on over here. All right, looks like it's winding down here, so I'm gonna hold this. Let me close up my FT8. Yeah, 747. Yeah, it's already there's a few people on 10, but yeah, it's already all right. So Let me turn this off for a second here. I'm gonna go over here and
Information available. A car approaching 004 degrees 1 0. Travel okay. Temperature 1 minus 2.17. Kilometers from 013. Depending on the November information available. Information available. Global at 2330 Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud greater than 1,500 feet. Temperature 18. Dew point 18. Kilometers from 0 to 0. 30. At 2300 130 degrees heading up. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud at 2,500 feet. Temperature 2 kilometers from 011. November information available. Tango Juliet at 2200. Visibility 4,580. Cloud, there is significant cloud. Temperature 23. Dew point 07. Kilometers from 006. 13. November allow for any information available. November might have any information available. Reach 1 time direct for information from the code. Done. And featuring
right here. I didn't see the carrier, but
Coordinated Universal Time.
reaction right there. The focus.
Acetone, 23 hours.
I mean, it's better, but I wish the focus would be more on
Coordinated Universal Time.
Now, right?
Altitude 23 hours, 54 minutes. Coordinated Universal Time.
There you go. Finally got the focus. All right.
Altitude 23 hours,
Yeah,
55
see?
minutes.
Messing with the
Universal
focus
Time.
there. My God. All right. All right, take care. Take care. TV 1972. My tongue is saying. Sorry. Yeah, take care. Have a great week and have a good night. 73.
Nevyžadujeme príliš veľkú pozornosť pri iných činnostiach a prinesieme niekoľko zaujímavostí o budove, z ktorej vysielame. Je to jediná budova na svete, ktorá má dve obratené pyramídy v sebe, jednu vonkajšiu a druhú vnútornú. Po dobrej počúvaní vám želajú Abdul Gariar, zo zvukovou režie a od mikrofónu Martin Haraj.
Excuse me. Oh.
effort is a ham radio citizen science investigation and NIST. The signal consists of various tones, chirps, and noise bursts. The signal will be broadcast for several weeks. For more information on ham science and the WWVWWVH project, please visit www.hamsci.org/WWV.
At the tone, 0 hours, 5 minutes. Coordinated Universal Time. At the tone, 0 hours. Coordinated Universal Time.
Hay uno que se llama Cristo, al que no hacemos y no hacemos ¿no? Entonces, bueno, en esta unidad de vida que tú y yo queremos hacer vida, para la redundancia, justo cómo vamos a llevar a Cristo a las redes y al continente digital que vive.
Que la iglesia está observando la pandemia a través, digamos, después de la pandemia. En el 2002, traducere în română vine văduva ta. Asta e un joc de cuvinte și un pic de substrat. Nu o să explic, ok, dar văduva ta, știi, văduva ta semnifică ceva, adică nu poate să fie văduva ta din moment ce vorbești cu tine, știi, ceva. Am înregistrat la studio albumul Iorvito, apoi acesta a fost produs pe plan local pentru România și peste vreo lună de zile am semnat contract cu o casă. Google Play și încă niște site-uri din astea de MP3 streaming și downloading. Muzica voastră înțeleg că vrea să spargă toate barierele și oricum să iasă și din țară, să fie cunoscută și în România. Pentru aceasta trebuie să fie ascultată. Așa că acum la Radio România Internațional transmitem muzica trupei Easy Fine. De alguém, na sequência, Michael recebeu pela esquerda. Correu para o meio, buscou o espaço para bater. Quando bateu muito mal na bola. O Cícero acompanhou a linha de fundo, tiro de meta. 0 Flamengo, 0 Inter, o placar nacional. Aí jogando mais uma vez o time colorado, o tiro de meta cobrado. Bola chegando aqui do lado da nossa produção. Vai partindo.
Hello, Estrella Garcia. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday night. I hope you're doing well.
passagem pelo Sevilla do Atura. Bola aberta aqui na esquerda, Bernabéu. Em cima do Wesley. Para ganhar arremesso lateral. 0-0 para Flamengo e Inter. É o Colorado campeão gaúcho. O Rubro-Negro campeão carioca. Abertura do Brasileirão aqui na Rede Nacional. Vamos juntos nas 38 rodadas na Série A do Campeonato Brasileiro. Lateral Bravo já domina ali pelo meio campo, tenta jogar no Morreba, pelo Berlim. Bruno Henrique acelerou para a intermediária. Lançamento brasileiro com essa zaga. E aí o Alô Patrick sai no chão com muita qualidade técnica à minha frente dos atacantes do Flamengo. Está jogando bem bem. Os lançamentos para o Morreba. Se passou do Velocis e essa bola espirra e sobra lá atrás para o goleiro Rocher. São 14 minutos, Molinari. Nada até agora. Não é nada. Só algumas coisas que eu vim fazendo. É uma estratégia do Raul Machado e a progressão do Flamengo. Já no meio campo ali, antes de chegar mesmo à intermediária, já tem que mover, já tem que brincar, já tem que arrumar o jogador do Flamengo. Mas eu estou sentindo muito pouco. provincia, y es mejor. Y esta artesanía algo que se ha transmitido en familia. ¿Cómo que la ciencia?
Focus.
Ya respondí. Yo soy la séptima generación. Empecé a vender a la radio antes. Y hasta mi padre cuando tenía 8 años. Y que tiene preguntando cuánto tiempo se tarda en hacer una leyenda tibetana como esta. ¿Cuántas cosas? Una persona tarda aproximadamente un mes. Pero ellos consiguen una sencilla de picón. Entró en un taller local de bordado miau. El bordado miau fue creado y transmitido por las mujeres de la etnia miau a lo largo de miles de años. Y hasta hoy sigue desempeñando un papel fundamental en la vida cotidiana de esta etnia. Mientras apreciaban las exquisitas prendas y accesorios bordados, y que habló con los lugareños sobre el proceso de producción y el desarrollo de la industria del bordado miau. Asimismo, animó a todos a preservar y seguir desarrollando este patrimonio cultural tradicional. Sigue fiel, dijo. Ahora es un signo tradicional, también está de moda. El bordado miau es tanto una cultura como una industria. No solo promueve la cultura étnica y tradicional, sino que también contribuye a la revitalización rural. La cultura étnica tradicional como el bordado miau debe mantenerse viva y desarrollarse adecuadamente. Por su consejo. La motivación y las expectativas de Xi Jinping inspiraron a más jóvenes a permanecer en sus pueblos y dedicarse a esta actividad local. Muchas comunidades.
There you go. Focus.
Nós sabemos que durante os tempos bíblicos, o sábado foi calculado pelo calendário lunisolar da criação. Também temos inscrições em sepulcros de cristãos primitivos que estão registradas duas datas de falecimento destes indivíduos, fornecendo tanto a data do calendário juliano quanto a data do calendário lunisolar. Também sabemos que Constâncio, em meados do século IV, proibiu o uso do calendário bíblico. E, finalmente, sabemos que os judeus hoje adoram no sábado, dia de Saturno.
Então, é lógico concluir que Hillel é a razão pela qual os judeus de hoje não mais adoram no sábado verdadeiro e original do sétimo dia.
Eu acredito sim que é isso que as evidências indicam. Outra razão para acreditar nisso é que Hillel II foi quem introduziu as chamadas regras de adiamentos de datas.
Sim, e você já havia mencionado isso. E o que são essas regras?
Basicamente, elas dizem que o Ano Novo Judaico, a festa das trombetas, não podem cair nos domingos, nas quartas.
CHU Canada, temps universel coordonné, 0h, 27 minutes. 0 hours, 27 minutes. CHU Canada, coordinated universal time, 0 hours, 28 minutes. 0h, 28 minutes.
Now that is a rocker of a song. Bob Seger's System from 1970. I guess technically it was released in late 69. We're calling it our 1970s selection this week. Cruising the decades with Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. This first album as Bob Seger's System, now quite rare today.
The tuning and loading, because the loading really affects the peak power rating that you get out of it. You gotta load it heavy. So screen modulation is a little bit more involved with tuning it up, but since there's no transformers in the audio path, the audio can be really clean and low phase distortion, phase shift, all Class A amplifier tubes with no iron in the audio path. So I mean, I can push 10 hertz.
I got a couple of keys. I'm gonna turn it over to you, Daryl, and let you guys pick it up here. This is KD2 ZS2 in the group.
Back to that too, good call.
Alright, yeah, be back to that with some good calls. 522, Kilo Quebec, 0, Quebec, is that for a call? I would like to try line out, with 12, Structure, 1, uniform, Juliet, Papa.
Kilo Delta 3 Tango Bravo, we got you as a dupe. Yeah, I got you. That's fine. You got my log and off, so I've got you wrong. So what was my number? Let's see. Let me go back and look. Go back. Hold on. All right, either I worked it again or we're just going to play some, but you're not too happy to dupe in my log. Man, like I need a hole in my head,
You got a lot of stuff over there. You don't need nothing. You're good, Richie. Focus on your house, and that's it.
Yeah, and I don't have to tweak or mess around. It's pretty much understood now. So yeah, that's what I got. Mainly cleaning. I got to get out there, get a pressure wash. I got the Zep today. I got some areas where I got them, the north side of the house. Some sections got that mildew, whatever it is, that moss. Not moss. It's like you got that, I don't know, like greenish mildew. So I got that spray to hook up to the hose. I got that yesterday. Zep came this morning for the pressure washer. I'm getting all the stuff.
That's what I got to do too. I got to do that. Power wash my yard, man. It's full of moss and all that crap. And I'm dreading it because I got to get all. That's a lot of work.
I got certain areas like on top of the ridge wall, so I got to do the same thing like you. But somebody backed up into my wall. I think it was like Amazon Prime stuff and cracked one of the blocks. So I'm not taking. I would take out the whole block and replace it, but I'm not doing it. It's too much work. I'm going to just throw a patch on it, fill it all in, and make it flush again, and then repaint it, and that's it, done. I can't be playing with this crap. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do, man. It's just it's gonna be throughout the whole summer.
Mike, I did the siding, the vinyl shaker siding, the whole house, not just the front, the whole entire house. And I had the real vinyl corners, the vinyl shaker corners that we have in it. I couldn't see so good, before I got the cataract.
Good luck and have fun. November X-ray. Thank you.
Kilo 3 Papa Echo Juliet. I have your 5-9 and your number 32. What was my number again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 268.
Roger, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it. 73, November X-ray 9 Tango. Alpha 0, Mike, Quebec. Alpha 0, Mike, Quebec, good evening, 59269. Good evening to you, 059 085 85. 85, thanks for the multiplier, appreciate it, 73.
Whiskey Radio 3 Zulu.
I'm sorry,
Hotel Oscar Radio again. Okay, something 3. Three Lima Radio contest. Secret contest. Kilo 3 Lima Radio.
Secret contest, Kilo 3 Lima Radio, Kilo 3 Lima Radio contest. Secret contest, Kilo 3 Lima Radio, Kilo 3 Lima Radio contest. Secret contest,
for Kilowatt 3 Lima Radio. Kilowatt 3 Lima Radio.
Creative at the moment, and so I love that it's nice to get out. It's nice to be in a room. I mean, you talk about pitching songs together remotely, which is really beautiful, and that's amazing. But there is something to be said about the character of a room and everybody being in a room together as well. And I definitely lean on that in a lot of my productions.
You're listening to Il Cocaudia's Phone, Richard Krause Show. This weekend, she was nominated for a Juno Award for Recording Engineer of the Year. Interesting that you put it that way, because I do think that there's a different vibe when everyone's in the same room making the same music. It's like doing Zoom interviews. That's my job. I interview people, and it's never the same as if we were sitting in the same room. It can be fine, it can be good, but it's never quite the same.
Yeah, I agree, and there is this energy, I feel like, in any human interaction that you are feeding off of each other.
Won't be riding around on the lakes in heaven with it. They end up where your body ends up. When if you put it all on you, it goes out with you. If you put some of it on eternal matters, God's word said. That's what we're about, teaching God's word. I believe it.
That nation would be against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and brothers against brothers, and families and kinfolk. Temperature 1 6, dew point 0 6, 1810 to 0. Central Island at 2350 corrected wind 150 degrees 13 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers away, cloud 1,900 feet. Temperature 26, dew point 22 kilometers from 012. Uniform White Uniform 000 1 2 unit 6 knots. Cover A, temperature 20, dew point 17, kilometers from 014, southeast. At 2350, 130 degrees soil. Visibility 5 kilometers. My train, cloud, traffic 600 feet, greater 1,000 feet, over top 1,400 feet, temperature 8, heater at 00200, automated observation, wind 220 degrees, 6 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, cloud started at 1,000 feet, cloud type not available, temperature to dew point to QH 1012 below 6. With a Shannon Bonus. Shannon Bonus. Forecast. View. Forecast. View. Valid from the 30th at 0000 until the 31st at 0600. Wind calm. Cavalcade. Forecast maximum temperature 14 on the 30th at 1500 Zulu. Forecast minimum temperature 4 on the 30th at 0500 Zulu. Forecast minimum temperature 5 on the 31st at 0500 Zulu. Probability 40%. Tempo from 0000 until 0400. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud started at 4,000 feet. Becoming between 01. Traffic tools not available. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud 1,600 feet. Greater 3,000 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 10. Limit from 0 to 5. Wave south at 0020. 270 degrees 9 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud traffic 1,800 feet. Temperature 19. Dew point 14. Limit from 014. 30.
People on this ministry is the eraser. But it's really not me that's doing the erasing. I don't care if they say it's me, but the truth, it's just the truth of God.
when you find this little niche and you find the hole that it fits in, the little cubby hole, the little pigeonhole. This is where this little piece of tree belongs. Look how well it fits.
Giveaway. 0 hours, 51 minutes. 좀 더 가까운 차원에서 우리가 원하는 바나 아니면 어려운 점을 건의하고 그와 수정될 수 있지 않나 그런 희망을 가져봅니다. 그래서 이 중요성 joint formula. I think already got on anxiety about miscarriage. And really we want to give people practical tools and handles to grab onto to be able to heal from these hard things that have happened in their past. We have a course on trauma. We're editing right now. We're on shame. We're on pornography addiction. In the exit prayer. Now that would be good. Any of y'all want to do a prayer? I can lead us in a prayer. Absolutely. Come on now. Do you have any Father or everybody? Do you have any Father?
Hey, well, WWCR. I mean, WRCR. Excuse me, that's it. WRCR. WPTX out of Maryland, Lexington Park, Maryland. Wow. Pretty good. What's this one here? This is 1700. That's WRCR. Okay. What's this one?
Right to the stud that goes down to your ground rod. So that really, and if you have,
There you go, 160 meters.
if you're fortunate enough to have a loop on a system like that, your antenna is actually grounded to those ground rods. Which is a massive advantage. Absolutely. Well, the loop's definitely less noisy anyway. There's no two ways about it. And that loop that guy wants you to put up there, that super loop, that probably has less noise than a regular one with the jacket on it too. Who's that? I hear you.
There you go, Theo. CHHA from Toronto, booming in.
Tomando tequila con sus amigas, no le importa nada.
Booming in, man.
Dicen la mala, anda de barra en barra.
Man, it's booming in like local. Look at the signal on that. Wow. Yeah, thank you. That's Cuba right there, but I can't get 1620. Let me see. Let me see if I can get Cuba. All right. Anyway, 1610. Let me see, 15.
Forgiven and go to heaven. Jesus described it as people who honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Knowing all about Jesus will never get you to heaven. You have to know the man who died on the cross for every wrong thing you've done. And if you don't know Jesus, until you trust him alone and tell him, I want it. If you're not sure Jesus is in your heart, call it at 888 or go to www.
A Christian teacher who was fired over LGBT comments has now lost her court challenge. Gladys Ledger was fired for the teaching of 3 years ago.
Yeah. This is it looks like WGGO out of Salamanca, New York. Religious state. That's like Buffalo. Buffalo, New York, upstate New York.
Was called unacceptable professional conduct, saying his firing was, quote, justifiable, unquote. Chuck Williams, SRN News. Sears has grown within serious Christian community following waves of violence. Media line reports the deaths of 7 Christian civilians. A church source says the recent events have been extremely difficult, and it's also put a lot of pressure on Christians. This is SRN News. One leading economist claiming the price of new cars could rise dramatically. Economist Arthur Laffer warns in a new analysis that President Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on auto imports could add $4,700 to the cost of a vehicle, and says the proposed taxes could weaken the ability of U.S. automakers to compete with their foreign counterparts. Trump awarded Laffer the presidential...
Hey, well, let me move down. Hey, I think that's WGGO. I'm pretty sure. WGGO. Let me see how much power that is. Nighttime 14 watts. That cannot be 14 watts. It's still probably daytime power, 5,000 watts. Corning, New York.
Two unvaccinated people, children, have died from the measles. More details at SRNnews.com.
Oh, it could also be Rhode Island. The religious also, I forgot. WARV, Warwick, Rhode Island. All right, anyway.
On vous propose la rediffusion d'une heure passée en sa compagnie plus tôt cette saison. Le concept, un cher Jeannette, qui a permis aux gens non seulement de nous écrire, mais de nous appeler en direct pour poser leurs questions de type courrier-cœur à la grande Jeannette. Bonne écoute. La fébrilité qui est dans l'air, je ne dis pas.
CBEF out of Windsor, Ontario.
Coming up at the bottom of this hour, Indiana Congressman Marlon Trumpman joins us. He represents the 3rd District of Indiana.
KXCR out of Waterloo, Iowa.
Because the judiciary has done a really poor job about being fair and impartial on things. In fact, the Constitution provides for this sort of check and balance. We'll see if there's a serious move in Congress to back that up. We talked with Congressman Marlon Trumpman. That is at the bottom of the hour. Your calls in and around all of it. Join us here in the Liberty University studio, 901-260-5926. I want to share this story with you folks because I think it is indicative of how shallow and out of step Democrats are in this country today. Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota was the failed running mate of Kamala Harris in their failed efforts.
Now listen live.
Running mate of Kamala Harris in their failed effort to win the presidency.
KXCL.
November. For whatever reason, he seems to think that by losing the election, he now is
kind of early. KXCL out of Iowa.
National stage.
Governor Walz decided that he was going to travel the country to various congressional districts. Now keep in mind, and this was such a bonehead strike, somehow an email advised members of Congress, and this is from, I don't know if it was the House and Senate campaign committees, the RNC, somebody
pretty good. That's early. That's pretty good. That's a good signal. KXCL. That's 1,600 kilometers, 1,000 miles away. Going into the Midwest. Yeah. Yeah, seems like we're good conditions. Look at the band. Woo, look at that. DX, baby.
Stand there with a handheld microphone and answer every question. Comes and hits probably 20 yards. This is Flores trying to catch up with Cossum, and they call a foul on Cossum there for a little bit of a tug. Luca with the ball back into play quickly. Orchano on the far side. Lucas Engel has his face up the far cut side. Engel looking for a service into the box. Santos is making the run. Zimmerman got it off his chest. Yazbek out wide. Power kept it in play. Cossum Wobodo to the step. Didn't get to the ball. Gets through everybody and all the way to Robinson. Inside of the center circle. Still not able to advance across the midfield. Orchano attacks it in his shadow. Onto the near side, Yedlin. Back to Luca. Argentine. This is for his first lead.
This is WCKY out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
All the way to Robinson in Cincinnati. Well, like going amongst the center backs. Flores just past the half-hour mark. Flores is ball forward, just intercepted by Yazbek. Now 4-on-4 the other way. Sturridge with two defenders to get into the box. Sturridge will tumble over Nick Haglund, but I'll tell you that. I mean, Cincinnati had won the challenge, and then Sturridge just kind of fell over him to try to get Drew Fisher something to think about. Freeman, I think he just wants his team to be a little bit more composed.
There you go, Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, this is Buffalo.
Delbienko holding Buffalo scoreless for a bit of time here. 5 or 6 saves in a row for Christian Delbienko. Ball shot wide by Vancouver over in back charge of Buffalo's ball. Here's the rotation with the Bandits need right now in this game. Get a solid set. Yeah.
WWKB.
You know, they had some good looks. You mentioned, on that power play before. Delbienko turned him away a couple of times. He's feeling it right now. Smith with the ball. Got a trio with him.
Yeah, the bet 15-20.
There's the old broadcaster's foot. Listen how Delbienko feeling it, taking a couple of saves in a row. And this time, Kyle Buchanan able to hop out front, work his way to the middle, and the sidearm.
There you go. Buffalo Sabres. I'll give you Massachusetts.
The back end of their roster protocol. There's a lot of role definition.
There's WFED out of Washington, D.C.
And in this fourth quarter for the Wizards, only 12 points. They haven't really found the focal point of the offense. Where do you want to see them go coming down the stretch? I want to see, look, you want to shoot threes, but I want to see the three ball after the ball touches the paint. And that's a big difference from just coming down, throwing it on the wing and shooting a three. And also, I want to see them attack and look to score on the
And that's local station. A local station.
that we are not.
Got a few stations there. Local station.
They were playing Marwatch with as that game comes down. This guy was going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. We got about 15, 20 here, and they very, very quickly big first half.
I don't know. That looks like that could be WRNY out of Rome, New York. Sports. It could also be WOYK, another sports station from York, Pennsylvania. I did pick that one up before, so it could be that one. I do hear sports. Because this is local.
Una evidencia donde podamos tener nosotros la
I have no idea what that one is. That's Radio Wado, local station here. Yeah, it's low power now. Does WMTR out of Morristown, local station? Okay. Lately, it's been sounding awful. Wow.
Housing discrimination because of race, color.
WPAC out of Philadelphia.
If you believe you've experienced housing discrimination, contact HUD. Go to HUD.gov/fairhousing. That's HUD.gov/fairhousing. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
I love this next guest. He is an absolute legend in hockey world, 9-time NHL All-Star, over 500 goals and 1,200 points in his incredible career, inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame last fall, and he loves a dirty martini. Let's welcome in Hall of Famer, number 27, Jeremy Roenick. JR?
Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Lisa. How's we doing this? Was beautiful. What's the population that you're serving? How many is what's wrong with the world? The answer then is that we are passing through a transition period.
WWVA out of Wheeling, West Virginia.
Where they are at this point in their life, and it's a pivotal turning point.
Local station.
Such a heart and forth in their counter proposal. If you'll resume their
Bloomberg, WBBR, 11:30.
After 2 months, truth. Global news 24 hours a day and whenever you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Dan Schwartzman, and this is Bloomberg Friday. We zero in on March jobs. Sit there like, oh my God. And I end up feeling bad for the guy. I'm like, the guy's not going to.
WBT out of North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Showroom's going to close down if you negotiate it. I don't know what it is about me, but I just get like that. And that's what Trump is. Trump is a guy who just lives for these moments, and that's why he's Thomas, Jones, Santana, Manzano. If he has to go on the IL replacement, if then he's going to be out Arias, or it's going to be on Martinez. Speculating earlier, and so you're that and you're not. Be more lifeboats on board. We're going to have to recognize that.
WHO out of Iowa, of course, is bleeding over WFAN, but you can hear WHO. WHO.
But anyhow, I met David McCallum on your show, and I
And WBZ out of Boston, Massachusetts.
ship, and he had Trump has been making phone appearances for Republican candidates' campaigns.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
The teacher in Hollywood. OpenAI has been talking to the
Called as Local 1010 Wins.
about the creative and commercial potential of its AI video generator called Sora. But the top and have the ability to age in place and live our full lives.
970 the answer.
Thank you.
Local.
Family Radio.
Family Radio, local station. Local station here.
For vulnerable families.
Music at CHML, no longer CHML on 900. So sometimes I pick up Philly, gospel station from Philly. Right now, nothing much. I really miss CHML. I used to listen to the old time radio shows and all that. And CFL football, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, CFL football. So CHML is gone. Used to be right here at 900. Especially the old time radio shows. I love that. Of course, no longer WCBS here, so now it's WQH, what's it? WQHT or something. I don't know what the hell. I forgot the call sign. It's like, I don't really listen to it anymore. Since I got rid of WCBS 880. CJBC out of Canada.
On a tous besoin, c'est un besoin essentiel d'être valorisé. Alors, tu peux être valorisé en rendant service aux autres. Pourquoi on fait du bénévolat?
Label, Forever is a Feeling. It's a lush, beautiful record. I'm so thrilled to welcome.
WNYC NPR station.
It's called Ankles.
CKLW. All right. Yeah, CKLW out of Canada. WABC here in New York. I don't get Zoomer Radio like I used to. It's coming in now, but it used to come in a lot stronger. But I don't know what's been going on with Zoomer Radio. Like either they reduce power or something. It's another station I used to really enjoy, Zoomer Radio.
Years later, here we are. We're still doing the Brooklyn Boys. You know, how podcasting has become so, much more.
Of course, WOR. Can't remember which one is this one. I think it's WRKO. I think it's Massachusetts. I forget which one. And then of course 660 is the other ones are still too early. Like 670 and all that is still too early for that. This is
Scored, hit by Martin. Wing 3 at the horn. Hits the side of the ring from Kobe Jones. I'm not sure.
ESPN Radio. And then 620 is WSNR.
Went with Jordan and Twin Knives. Order Harry Nurse.
That are not
WMCA.
So this kind of thing we're talking about here with respect to LA.
Yeah, nothing there. And there you go. Little nice little scan tonight. Well, tonight. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for stopping by here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And have a great week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.